Hello, good morning children. Hope you all are doing good. So last video we have started general knowledge chapter discovering India. So every Friday we will be studying GK. Okay, hope you have understood that last topic I have taught to you. So if you have any problem, please write in the query in your comment box. So today in this video we will be understanding or comparing the three stone ages with the help of images. Okay, so I am showing you certain images so to make that topic very clear. Now we all know that early man during prehistoric time, he used stone as his tools and weapon. That is why that time period came to be known as the Stone Ages. And this Stone Age is divided into three time periods. Okay, so first one is Paleolithic or the Old Stone Age, second one Mesolithic or the Middle Stone Age, third one is Neolithic or the New Stone Age. Okay, so today in this video we will be comparing these three time periods. Okay, now the first we know is the Paleolithic Age. Paleo, as you know, the name only, paleo is a Greek word which means old, and lithic which means stone. That is why this Paleolithic Age is also called as Old Stone Age. Here human used stone tools. Here the tools that were used, they were totally made up of only stone. So they were not that much efficient and much sharper. So that is why this time period started from 2 million years ago to 10,000 BCE. Okay, so in this time humans were hunters and gatherers. They were not the food producers. They used to hunt animals. They used to gather fruits, nuts from the trees. So this time period was there, the living was very simple and basic. Now the next image, you can see how did people dress during the Paleolithic Age. They used to wear clothes made up of animal skins. Okay, and the climate at that time was really cold, so they used to cover themselves with this type of clothings. Now in this image you can see what type of stone tools they use. Here you can see that all these types tools are made up of only stone. So hand axe, scraper, chopper, grinder, hammer, arrowheads, flakes, burins, these are all the stone tools used during the Paleolithic time. Now the second stone age is the Mesolithic Age. Mesolithic means, meso means middle and lithic means stone. That is why Mesolithic Age is also known as Middle Stone Age. It started from 10,000 BCE till about 8,000 BCE. Here the stone tools that were used, they were much sharper, polished. They were basically called microliths also. Other than stone, animal bones and horns were also used during that time to make tools and weapons. So here they started living a much better life than the Paleolithic Age. Here they started domesticating animals. They were nomads only, but they started domesticating animals. They realized the importance of basically cook food. Okay, rather than eating raw food, raw animal, they started cooking semi-cooked food. They started having semi-cooked food. Now let us see the tools that were used. Here the tools were somewhat sharper and polished. Okay, not that much, but from when we compare it to the Paleolithic Age, here the tools are slightly advanced, like bones and ivory were used, and blade, cord, knives, chisels, triangle, burin, dagger, points. So these are the tools that they use. Okay, these are the images of the tools have been shown. They started combining it with the hammer, with the wood. They started using wood to make a new tool. So some advancement they started doing during this Mesolithic Age. Now the next one is the Neolithic Age. Neo means new and lithic means stone. So this time period was known as New Stone Age also. Okay, so this time period lasted from 8,000 BCE to about 4,000 BCE. Here the tools were much sharper and the polished. Here humans also started doing their agriculture. So basically when we talk about the Paleolithic Age and we talk about the Neolithic Age, from Paleolithic Age humans they were hunters and gatherers. They did not live a settled life, but when the Neolithic Age came, they started living a settled life. They started domesticating animals for their food services, like they can domesticate cows for milk, for dogs, for doing it, for protecting themselves. So basically they started doing agriculture also. Okay, so that's to produce their own food. Okay, so here they started living a much settled life. Now see the tools. When we talk about this age, what are, so people still used skins for clothing, but in some places they started making fabric from the wool of their sheep. Okay, so they started domestication of, because of this domestication of animals, they started making fabric also with the help of sheep. Now what were the tools used? They were more polished axes, blades, arrowheads, ringstone, sickle, plow, harpoon, muffler. Okay, so these are the tools. They are much sharper and polished in this age. And flint stone was also started being used to make tools. Okay, so these are the advancements that have been brought from Paleolithic age to Neolithic age. Now in the last image you can see I have done the comparison. I have given you comparison between the three ages. We have studied the here the humans were, they were grouped together in small bands and were involved in gathering plants, fishing, hunting. During the end of the age, people developed spiritual and religious belief as depicted in some of their excavations. Excavation means as depicted in some of their caves and everything. Now this Mesolithic time, they started domesticating animals. Okay, so here more chipped tools were used. They were called microliths. And in the third period, you can say that here they started showing permanent settle. They started living in permanent houses. There is also evidence of crop farming cultivation during this period. And here the tools were much sharper and polished. Okay, and after the end of this Neolithic age, they started doing the Bronze Age or the Copper Age came into existence. That came to be known as the Chalcolithic Age, that we will be studying later in detail. Okay, hope this topic is clear to you. All the comparison between the three ages is clear to you now, and hope you have done all your work assignments. Some of you have not commented whether you have done or not. Please comment with your roll number, section and your class, so that I can also keep a record that you have done the work. And those who have done, very good, do other assignment that I have given to you, and do the test that I have given to you, that some of you have not commented of that also to me. So please do that. Hope you have understood this topic now, and thank you.